Hi, this is CB, and this time I'm going to talk about something I did about a month ago here. I have this layout on the screen. This is in Element 6, and I have seen in magazines, and I'm sure you have too, different ways of doing titles and things now. This is one style that I liked that I wanted to try, where you have a thin text and then a bold text right next to it to separate your words instead of just spaces. So I'm going to show you how to do that, because this is not just a matter of making a bold font necessarily with a not bold font. So let me put that down, and I've got a sample here ready to go and show you that this particular font doesn't come in a bold style at all, in fact. So what this is I wrote down the text in just regular font here, and I did go through and use the faux bold in the program first. So let me double click on this to highlight it, and with the text tool, the type tool here active, I went ahead and chose the word face, and then up here at the top, and if you're using Photoshop, it'll be in the little characters palette. You'll click the button over here and the characters palette will come up, and you'll see this faux bold is one of the choices. So I click that to make that first one a little more bold, and the second word I want here to do the same thing. Now if you look at it, if I click off here, you'll see that there's really not that much difference in between the faux bold version and the regular. It just wasn't enough. So that's what I'm going to talk about. If you haven't tried this, this can get this to be even a little bit more bold. The first thing I want to do is make a new layer here to work with. I'm going to hit Control on my keypad or Command on a Mac. Click on this T thumbnail of the text layer so that everything is selected now. But of course, as I said, everything is selected, and I only want the words face and time selected. So I'm going to choose my rectangle marquee tool here, and I'm going to choose the subtract from selection choice here. And I probably need to zoom in a little bit to make sure I'm getting my edges proper here. But just, you'll notice, if you can see it, I don't know if my software is showing it, but my selection crosshair here has a little minus sign next to it. That means it's going to take out of my selection here. So this word right will be gone, and I'll just draw a box over the word right, making sure not to go into the face there, and see, now it's gone. So now I can move over to the word wrong and do the same thing with the tool, and I'm over a little bit far, so I use my space bar to hold down the space bar, and then you can move your marquee around a little bit and get your spacing correct. So now I have just the words face, oops, a little too far out there. Face and time are selected and ready to make a stroke outline around that. So in this case, I've gone ahead, I choose stroke outline selection under the edit menu, and remember that we are working on its own layer. I like to work on a separate layer. I like to choose center for this, because to make sure there's no gap between where the outline and the letter is going to be. And that means I've chosen 6 pixels here. That means 3 of them will be inside the line and 3 outside. So we're going to have a little, like 3 extra pixels added to each one, which in this particular case, at this resolution, works pretty good, because I've been testing it. So if I hit OK, now you'll see that it's gotten a lot more bolder, and let me deselect here so you can really see it. And now there's a big difference in between the two words, and it looks more like a bold font. So now just remember that if you go too far with your outline, it's going to hit into the other letters depending on your spacing, and may even make these words look much bigger than the words here too, because you can see there's a little bit of a size difference, but not enough that it bothers me really. But anyway, that gives it a pretty good bold look with a lot of separation between the words. I'm CB, and thanks for watching.